If you think you're deserving of Social Security disability benefits and you're planning to go it alone without legal representation, you could be on a long road with a big disappointment. Attorney Kenneth Hiller is back. He's an expert in this field and your best ally for a good result. Welcome back.
Good to be here.
You were telling me 30% of people go for a hearing without a lawyer?
Yes.
And 30% get denied, I bet.
Well, I don't know.
29.5%, right?
A higher percentage get denied if you don't have a lawyer. And I think people walk into the hearing office and they just don't even know it hit them. You know, it's very adversarial. Usually there's a job expert who's there to testify, saying that there's jobs that the person can do, and you have to cross-examine that person. How is you know, a lay person going to cross-examine a vocational expert?
And you're right. If it's adversarial, as soon as you come in there trying to prove that you don't have what you have.
Right.
And that's very hurtful for a lot of people, and you got to get over that because the time is money in this case.
Or sometimes you go in there and everything just seems to be going so well, you know, and then you walk out and 6 weeks later or 6 months later you get a written denial. You know, they don't necessarily tell you that your case is without merit.
Oh my
gosh. You kind of get sandbagged later when you get the decision in the mail.
I feel so bad because so many people at that point have put in so much time and money and energy and waiting, you know, for a deserved benefit. So let me ask you this, because these are the kinds of questions you get. How do you know if you're disabled enough to qualify for SS disability?
You're disabled if you have a mental or physical impairment that prevents you from performing full-time work. Many of our clients work part-time, and if you're unable to work full-time, you're entitled to Social Security benefits.
Okay, so Kenneth, let me ask you this then. We talked about you getting denied. What if you're denied? Can people still call you and continue on and try to get their case heard again?
Yes, and there's an appeal process. They can go on and on and on. My recommendation is you start with a lawyer at the earliest possible opportunity, because the earlier you win, the better. And each step, it becomes a little bit harder to appeal because facts are determined that can be used later against you.
Sure. Well, the system, you know, is against you. Is there a work history requirement to qualify?
Well, there's several programs under Social Security. One is Social Security Disability, which everybody knows about. That you have to have worked 5 out of the last 10 years from the date you became disabled. Then there's SSI for people who have not worked or have worked a little bit. You can get benefits even if you have not worked.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Will the amount of benefits have anything to do with the severity of one's disability?
No. For Social Security Disability, it's how much you've paid into the system.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how disabled you are. The money is determined based on what you've paid into the system.
Okay. See, now I would think that the more disabled you are, the more you would get. And I think that stands to reason. But again, as Ken is saying, this is not true. Okay. If your application is approved, when might those benefits start?
Fairly quickly. Usually about 6 weeks to 2 months after you're approved, you know, a check comes in and you get monthly checks thereafter.
Wow, amazing. Listen, this is just a few of the reasons why you need an attorney who is an expert of this before you even start this. As Ken was saying, 30% of, did you say 30%
Yes.
go in without any kind of representation?
Right.
And believe me, it is not easy to collect, even if you're more than, you know, qualified to do it. It's just the way the system works. So don't waste another minute. Call the law offices of Kenneth Hiller and get what is rightfully yours. Learn more about the law and let him take care of you. So call or log on today. Hey, it's a free consultation. 1-877-236-7366, or do log on to kennethhiller.com. Could be the best call you make all day.